Yeah. Shut up, music. Shut up, music. Guys, this was so funny. I was sitting here and I think it was the minute before the live stream. Hello, by the way. I was sitting here. Oh my God, I cracked the code. If you want to go live without an audience, just talk about mermaids. This was amazing. And then, thank God, the usual suspects appear, and I'm so happy. But this was funny. I thought, okay, maybe it is the weekend. Maybe it is somewhere else. Is somebody sniping? Maybe I have forgotten somewhere to look. Hello, Gothic, Christy, Nex, Holly Big Mac. By the way, I have 1 hour. So, oh, got my coffee. Yeah. I have almost an hour to rant, because then we are all going over to Rumble and watch next. And there's open panel today, if somebody has the balls. Hello, Welfare Week. Hi. I seen that name before. Where was it? Was it yesterday on YTR? I cannot remember. But welcome to a Little Mermaid rant, Mermaid talk. I was yesterday in Vienna in a very nice premium screen premiere of The Little Mermaid. Welfare Week, because you're a first timer here. These are willies. We don't refer to them as dicks. They are a little bit better. They are elevated. They are willies. Okay, I was it was IMAX. It was 3D. I wanted the full mermaid fantasy yesterday. It happened. It happened. Yeah. Hi, Scott. Scott, I knew beforehand it was over 2 hours and 15 minutes, which is always great for a child or kids movie, or for grown-ups who have a big nostalgia thing going on with The Little Mermaid. But then you're thinking, no, this is a movie for children, and 2 hours 15 minutes, it's a thing. And thank you very much, Holly Big Mac, for a super sticker. Thank you. Gothic, I am traumatized by the whole experience. Again, it was a premium screen cinema, IMAX, 3D. I think the seating was 400 to 450, and we were 12. With me, 13. The lucky number, right? Hi, Nikki Chocolates. Oh, Scott, this is a cute idea, but alcohol is forbidden in Austrian theaters. Because reasons. Yes. Where do I start? Of course, I have thought about this the whole day. How do I start? How do I get through this 1 hour? But I have to get it out of my system. So let's go back, way back to Hans Christian Andersen. And we have to thank Hans Christian Andersen, because without him, we would not be now here. And I would be not talking and later on ranting, because there's a lot. It is a lot. Guys, you have to understand. It is a lot. So let's go back to Hans Christian Andersen and thank Hans Christian Andersen. And oh, Scott, we are coming to Melissa McCarthy. Trust me, that poor bitch, allegedly. Hans Christian Andersen, he is well known for certain generations for writing children's stories. But because it was a long time ago and the term woke has not even existed, nobody has even thought about inventing a word called woke or inclusivity or gender fluid. No, these are our topic. Hello, Irene, you're listening. Thank you for coming. Yeah. So he has written the original story, even though a lot of people from the Black community or mixed race community are now claiming that the Little Mermaid is their hero. Therefore, the Little Mermaid belongs to them. No. It was Hans Christian Andersen who wrote The Little Mermaid for children. And let's talk about quickly the major differences between the Hans Christian Andersen original version and the Little Mermaid animated version from 30 years ago. I think it was around 30 years. And in this time period, people have talked or used phrases in a different way, far back. For example, the Little Mermaid was all by herself. She had no friends. There was no crab, there was no fish, there was not a seagull, there was nobody except her sisters and of course her daddy. And because she has to wait it until her 15th birthday to figure out shit in life, she was very bored. It was a boring time for her. And no, she did not have a little cave down there with hidden secrets and stuff. No dinglebobs and fimmler-bobs and whatsies and woozies. No. It was dark. It was cold underwater. It is what it was. And okay, the biggest changes to the original story. Oh, hello, Christina, and hello, and again, thank you, Holly Big Mac, for the super chat and the super sticker. Thank you very much. Thank you. Satu. Thank you. So, okay. The Little Mermaid has to give her voice in order to have a deal with the evil sea witch to get legs. And therefore, the evil sea witch is cutting out the Little Mermaid's tongue, so that the tongue is becoming a part of the drink she has to swallow, so that she would have legs, not necks, so that she would become legs, her tongue. And I understand that Disney cannot show this, so that Disney has started to change somewhere, and they have already changed so dramatically for the animated version. Yes. Oh. Yeah, I know, whitewashing, what, right? Yeah, so she's giving her tongue, therefore she's losing her voice, cannot talk, and then all shit is going down from there. She is becoming a human. She's waking up on the shore with the feeling that somebody took a sword and cut her tail in 2 pieces so that she would have legs. Not necks, legs. Okay, this is getting old. She has legs now. And she also knew that this was also part of the deal, that she will have the feeding for 3 days. She has a time period of 3 days. This is almost the only thing that stayed the same. Yes, Clara, the original story is dark and sadistic. Yes, it scared me too, but also it was fascinating because it was such. Yeah, I loved Hans Christian Andersen. What can I say? Um, so, so that when she's on land walking for 3 days, she will have the feeling and the pain of walking on knives for 3 days, walking on knives without a tongue, just to meet the prince of her dreams that she has just seen before. He does not even know that she's existing. Well, unfortunately, when the prince had the accident with the boat where the little mermaid is saving his life, when he was waking up, Ariel, the little mermaid, was not around. No, no, no. There was another girl coming along who was the princess of the neighbor country, of the neighbor island. The prince did not know that. So the prince was not even tricked into thinking, look at me teaching with my little pencil here. Yeah, it's a good feeling. So the prince was waking up thinking that the princess from the neighbor island was the girl that has saved his life. Afterwards, the Ariel took the drink, tongue out, legs spread wide open, and going on land tried to get the prince. And this would never happen because the prince was far more grown up than she was. He was marrying the princess of the neighbor island. And he was also saying to the little mermaid that he was taking her into his palace, but she would never be more. She's not loving her. He's not loving her. And she will always be a little sister to him, with the love to a little sister, because she was 15 and he was a little bit more grown up. Well, that's fucked with Little Mermaid's ideas of having a happily ever after. So in the night of the celebration of the wedding between the prince and the neighbor princess from the neighbor island, Ariel was looking out into the sea, and suddenly her sisters appeared. And her sisters have had no hair anymore because the sisters loved Ariel so much that they were making a deal with a sea witch. They gave their hair to get a knife, a magical knife, so that Ariel had the time and the chance before the sun would rise after the third day to kill the prince. And how has he mentioned this? I just read it again last night for this live stream, that the blood from his heart would sprinkle on her feet, and then the two legs would grow back together and she could be a mermaid again and going back to her sisters and her family. Well, she did not do that. No, she was standing in front of the bed, was thinking about doing it, and then she threw the knife into the water, threw herself after that, and she became one with the foam on the water. Basically, I think we all can agree that this is a great fairy tale about fuck around and find out. Because the Little Mermaid, nobody has her promised anything. No, not at one moment. The prince has not told her, yes, I will marry you when you become a prince, a human. It was a big secret. She has betrayed her family. So there was really nothing much more to do or to say except fuck around and find out. Yeah, the dancing for them was also something. So Disney had already a lot to do for making an animated version out of this. Of course, family friendly with a big wedding at the end and the big finale, and everything is oopsie daisy. With the message a little bit like, well, sometimes you have to risk it to win it all. And Ariel did. In the animated version, she risked it all. She risked her life, and she was rewarded with a prince and a marriage at the end. So this turned out differently than the Hans Christian Andersen version. Now we have the real-time version. And definitely a lot of people had far too much time on their hand. Clara, if you are pressuring the original story by Hans Christian Andersen, don't even bother. Except when you are a musical faggot like I am, then you have to watch it because songs, music, repertoire, concerts, weddings, auditions. There are great songs in there. And oh my God, I forgot my glass. Now I have to drink out of Mr. Bottle. This is not German, guys. This is not German. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Now we have the real life version, the computer animated Mermaids. We have a version that is almost a whole hour longer than the animated version. And the animated version was, let's forget for a moment, Hans Christian Andersen. Let's forget him. Take the animated version for what it is. We have a typical Disney princess, music, wedding, tears, extravaganza. Beautiful. The timing exceptional. The characters fabulous. The music, wow, out of this world. Again, we have to forget the Hans Christian Andersen version and just take the Little Mermaid animated for what it is. Cheers. The Two Old Birds, USA Germany. Do you review Disney or do you review fairy tale stories? A bit of everything, because they're all going hand in hand in this case. They are all working with each other and at the same time against each other. But today is just Little Mermaid time. All three versions. So we have the Hans Christian Andersen, we have the animated, and now we have this bullshit. A story that is far too long. It is dragged out to the max. It is so incredible boring that I am tempted to go to a 3 p.m. version in the afternoon to see how many people are walking out, how many children are wanting to walk out of this, because it is far too long and not enough is happening. And the shit that is now happening in the movie, nobody has asked for. Nobody needs this. Nobody. So I'm just like, oh yes, the Little Match Girl. I have read it last year in my Christmas special on my channel. The Little Match Girl is exceptionally. So yet now probably you are here now because you want to know maybe what are the differences now. And I will probably repeat a few of the points from my last live stream, but because my last live stream, the audio was fucked up completely, I will repeat myself. Okay, let's go from the beginning. In the beginning, we get a backstory of the prince that nobody has asked for. That he was basically adopted, that he lost his parents, Batman who? And his mother is, and I have to bring this in for additional context. Otherwise, it makes no sense otherwise at the end. So the prince is Whitey. It plays in the Caribbean. His adoption mother is black. His adoption father, the king, is white. So far, not a big drama. You may think for a second, okay, but it's okay. It's Disney. We are getting a little bit starting to get brainwashed and getting the selling of inclusivity is getting to a next level. It is going to a next level very much. The end is the worst part. we get introduced to the sisters. They have no job at all in the movie. In the now movie, basically you can cut all parts of the sisters. Nobody needs them. Then we have the real life versions of her friends. The Scuttle, the bird, and I don't know, is Scuttle also the English name? In Germany, it's Scuttle. Sebastian and the fish. And they are all looking adorable. I don't know what people have problems. What have they expected when they are seeing the real life version of a fish, of a crab, and a bird? Because they are in the movie, a fish, a crab, and a bird. You cannot animate them like in the animated version. Then we are immediately going into part of your world. And again, in the whole context of the movie, I can confirm that Hallie completely oversang it and is selling us drama that is not existing at that moment. So it makes no sense at all that she is singing. She is giving us a moment. But because nothing happened big in the movie beforehand, this is basically the first big moment in the movie, and she completely is overselling this moment, and it has no charm at all. It is becoming the existential crisis of a young mermaid. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. The sea witch, Auntie Ursula, mediocre portrayed by Melissa McCarthy, is the sister of her father. So it is Auntie Ursula. It's not the evil sea witch where nobody knew where she's coming from. No, it's her aunt. She's going to her aunt. Okay. Maybe they needed that because Melissa McCarthy, in general, and this is so surprising because it is not her nature to be that weak as a character, because she's a fantasy character. Where's the exaggeration? Where's the drag makeup? Where is the being a dirty whore? Dirty to the bones. And they are telling us, well, I'm the auntie, and yeah, I can do that for you. Does not Heidi. Does not work at all. No. Even the only thing that is saving her is at the very end, when Ursula is becoming, like in the animated version, this huge monstrous of a tentacle monster. This looks good. This looks great. Fabulous. There are not a lot of moments that are looking fabulous. In general, the movie looks incredible cheap, when the movie was everything but not cheap. I don't know how they have pulled that off. It looks in general so cheap. The CGI is hellish. The animation of Hallie as a mermaid, absurd. It is a little bit like the movie version of Cats, where they have just photoshopped the faces of the actors on these cat thingies. And the movement then to the neck and to the rest of the body is not natural at all. Oh, Gothic, you will not like Ursula in this version. You will not like her, and I'm not exaggerating. I'm not dramatizing it. No. Then we have all the lyric changes, a lot of them, so that Ariel looks more, or they can sell her to be far more brave, far more grown up, and far more a little warrior, a little Wonder Woman. Is this unusual to watch? Yes, it's very uncomfortable. Because Eric, the prince, they woked him down so badly. They made out of him the biggest coward in the world. It was fascinating. But maybe also the reason was because he was not casted very well. Don't get it wrong. He is a very attractive young man, and I know attractive when I see attractive. But he is not really an adventurer. He's not somebody who would delegate on a ship. You need a little bit more oomph, a little bit more longer hair, a little darker, a little bit more muscular. And don't get me wrong, the idiot director Rob Marshall has tried everything to make him sexy as possible. He's definitely winning the Mr. Wet Shirt competition in this gay movie of Eric. It is bad because Rob Marshall, the director, cannot help himself. It is really bad again. And at the end, we come to the end of the movie. Kiss the Girl is different because of the lyrics. Ariel is not the antagonizing the kiss and offering herself to the prince anymore. No, the prince wants to kiss her because he's an animal, and she is turning her head away. This is great. Now, when I sit here and think about again for the millionth time, I really have to ask myself, why the fuck is this movie so long? Why is it 2 hours, 15 minutes? Why? Hello, Ruth. Hello, Kay. Welcome to the Mermaid Rant. Just a second, guys. Just a sip. Just a sip. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about the big elephant. And to make Eric even more weaker, Ariel is spoiler. I mean, you came here. What do you expect? Spoiler. If you don't want to hear it, I think you have to log off for 5 minutes or come back in 5 minutes. So, Prince Eric is not killing Ursula anymore. It is Ariel is killing her, and she has to save his ass. So that she's even becoming more superhero, more superwoman. Thank you. Thank you, Dee. Thank you very much. Thank you. This is almost the price of my ticket yesterday. So we got that back in. Yeah, and so Eric is pretty useless in the whole movie. And the only nice moment that Eric ever had was in the Broadway stage version, Broadway, not Disneyland, Broadway, of Ariel, when they gave him a beautiful song called Her Voice that he was singing immediately after he was waking up on the shore when Ariel saved him, and he still had her voice in his head. And so he's singing a beautiful 3-minute ballad called Her Voice. You can put it on YouTube, Little Mermaid, The Voice, Eric song, something like this. And then the song comes up from the Broadway version. And it's a beautiful song. Now they gave him a different song because apparently the song was not good enough for the movie version. In matter of fact, is they have 3 new songs that have never been in any version ever, and all 3 of them, I can say, are mediocre to horrifying. And with horrifying, I mean the rap between the bird and the crab that nobody has asked for. Not a single soul. Nobody has asked for that. Good question, Kay. There was no point to the prince, except that he is the love interest of Ariel and the motivation for Ariel to become a human. Because the movie is not ending with a wedding. Boom. The movie is not. Hello, Claudia Robinson. Thank you. It's just Christy. Thank you very much for the super sticker. Thank you. Very much appreciated. The real life version. The real life version does not end with the wedding. it's everything starts to itch. Like yesterday in the cinema, when I was so tired because I was so angry all the time in the cinema. And because nobody was there, I had enough time to be angry. It was great. So the movie is not ending with the wedding. No. And I wanted to show you guys the ending, but then I got I was highly advised to not do it because copyright. Um, yeah. Um, don't tell anybody because the ending. As if I had the feeling they would fuck it up, and they did it in a spectacular way. Okay, let's go to the end. Okay, Ariel is killing Ursula, is saving Eric's ass, and they are making the decision not to get married. No, this is not even a topic. No, they want to become adventurous. They want to they want to Indiana Jones the shit out of them. They want to travel the world, and they want to have adventures together. Adventures. Uh, because you're also finding out in the real life version now that when you think of Ariel and her secret cavern with all the beautiful stuff that she has collected from the human world, guess what Eric is having? He has a collection of shit that he has collected. They have so much in common, don't they? Don't they? They have so much in common. Probably, Dee, probably. Just heavy petting. Because I think Ariel has to learn a lot. And when she has the first time sex with Eric, it will be a lot for her. Hi, Nan Barber. Hi. So they're going for adventures, and then remember from every animated hero fairy tale movie ever, you are remembering the final shot at the very end when the protagonist is in the middle somewhere and the sun is coming up or is going down, and you have space and the camera is moving away, and there's this glorious moment with music and choir and oh no, we don't have that because the choir is cut. I don't know why. The choir is cut, where everybody is singing at the end in the animated version, part of your world. It is cut. We just have a beautiful big orchestra moment there. Hello, Claudia Robinson. So, okay, let's break the ending down because this, I don't know who had this idea. It is the wokest shit show ever. And I'm talking here about the last 1 minute and 18 seconds of the movie before credits. The last minutes and 18 seconds. It is astounding to me how a mediocre, even a bad to mediocre director like Rob Marshall could fuck that up. And also, I want to see where the money is. I was wondering the whole time in the movie, my God, why was this movie $250 million? Why? Without advertising. Why? Where is this money? At least in a fucked up DC comic movie, I see the money. You know what I mean? Because it looks, they have the talent to make it look expensive. And also because of the whole CGI, it is expensive. Okay, we have the moment. Ariel is a human. Ursula, done. Ariel is a human with her legs. Everything's fine. She's sitting in a little wooden boat on the shore near the shore with Eric. Eric is behind, no, and and they have even fucked with the camera so that you cannot see the details of his face. It's all about Hallie. It's all about Hallie and her father. And she is turning around, looking to the shore. And oh my God, slowly all the mermaids and mermen and merchildren and merthems and mertheys are coming out of the water, taking their place on stones or on the shore, sitting there and staring creepily, in a very creepy way, at Ariel. And it is the ultimate representation picture of everybody. All races, all skin colors, fat, thin, young, old, black, white, Asian, Indian, Middle East. Everybody is there. Every mermaid possible. It's really like the director said, okay, I want representation at the end. And so I want basically one of everybody. Yeah, mermaids everywhere. They're coming slowly out of the water. And then a few of them are just swimming. And a few of them are just sitting on stones. And they're all staring at Ariel. And at the same time, the human world is coming. They are from the kingdom. The people are coming to the shore, and they are standing just there, staring at Ariel. Everybody is staring at Ariel, and Ariel thinks, oh my God, I did that. I brought the whole world together. I brought humans and the mermaids together by accident, ultimately, of all shapes and sizes. Speaking of size, I wonder why the fat mermaids are in the water, so that you only just can the top part up here until here, while the ripped mermaids are sitting on the stones. Well, not that inclusive, isn't it, Disney, as you have planned? Of course you want truth, of course. Merthems and mertheys, everybody was there. And then Ariel is watching this picture of everybody, and the people are all staring at Ariel. It is not like that the humans are going to the mermaids into the water, shaking their hands or give them a smile, touching them on the shoulder or on the hair. No, no, no. Everybody is standing there or swimming in the water with their little tail and is staring at Ariel while one tear is going down her face. And then she's turning to Papa and is giving him a hug. And the music is swelling on, of course. And everybody in the water again, and the people on land, everybody is witnessing this moment between human Ariel and her father. Again, while she's sitting in a little wooden boat, and in the background is the big ship, with the flags and everything, a big old ship. Eric, not clear in vision, just sitting there, also staring at Ariel and the father. And I was sitting in the cinema, and I was always going an anaphylactic shock, I think. I was not myself anymore. And then something magical, at least, something little bit magical happened. Yes, Sky Andropoulos, by the way, hi. Exactly like the United Nations. Great comment. And yes, interesting cast choices. No, something truly cute happened. Ariel is hugging her father, and then her father, but the biggest gag is coming still. Stay with me, guys, stay with me. That her father is sending her on her journey to have adventures by pushing the boat, this little tiny boat for two people, wooden boat, from a past century somewhere, because we are not sure exactly in which time period we have been for 2 hours and 15 minutes. We cannot be sure in which time period we are, but it's a wooden boat. And then the King Triton is pushing the boat and is sending it on its way to the big boat in the background with a little wave. This is such a cute idea because he is the master of the ocean, right? So just give the boat of his daughter a push into the new adventures, set her free, and the wave is carrying her more and more away from her father back to the boat, and the camera is moving away, and we see mermaids in the water sitting on stones with people staring from the back, from the land. Nobody's looking at each other. Everybody is just witnessing what is happening there. And you think, okay, this is the shot. The camera is moving back. The music is swelling on. This is it, black. No. No. Now comes the $215 million moment. Perfect description for what's happening now. We are left with 3 seconds to the credits. 3 seconds left. The camera is moving back. The music is swelling. No choir. Too bad. Swelling back, going back. Fishes staring. Beautiful picture. Sun is going down or up. Who knows? Just a second. And this would be the moment where every sane director would say, perfect, and that's a wrap. We are done here. No. Cut to when I am the camera moving back, and here's the ship. Suddenly we get an edit where the camera is moving to the side, and we see in a close-up this little wooden boat with Eric and Ariel still moving to the big boat. But the wave is suddenly gone. The wave that Papa has magically sent her on the way with is gone. But the $215 million moments, guys. The boat is still going on, even though there's no wave below it anymore. Because you can see at the end of the boat, you can see the motor. You cannot see the motor, but you can see that there is one because of the foaming water and the way the boat is moving, like slightly crooked, and then the water is getting foamy, and you see the water spritzing everywhere from the rotor. That was not existing at this time period. This then was the moment where I laughed so hard in the cinema. I was laughing due to the whole credits, because then there was another version of Under the Sea. And I wanted to listen to that, but I couldn't because I had to laugh so hard. And 12 people in the audience with me were staring at me. Because maybe they have thought, okay, he lost his mind, or they have agreed with me. I mean, guys, you have to imagine this. Father is sending the boat on a little wave through the ocean very quickly, whoosh, to the big boat. And then suddenly the camera perspective is changing for no reason at all. And we get the amazing shot from the side where the ship is crooked to the water, and you see the water spritzing here from the fucking motor. $250 million. And this is the last shot, and then it turns to black. The boat is making that. Over. And it was also over for me. Okay, the editing in general was horrifying. Everything looked so incredible cheap. I mean, from a creative standpoint, you have the chance to make real life mermaids, mermans, mertheys, real life. And they all, without exception, looked bad. In a very weird way. They looked cheap. everybody looked cheap. The hairstyles, the jewelry, the transitioning from the body, from the human body into the fish tail looked horrifyingly cheap. It was like a school production. There's a king. What would you expect that a mermaid king would wear? He has some sort of crown, maybe from some random little things they found in the water. They built him something. Also for the princesses, for Ariel's sisters, you can basically cut them again, but they were there. So that you know, okay, this is a usual mermaid, merman, merthay, and this is a princess. Because she's wearing that. She's to identify by that. No. 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 So this was 2 hours and 15 minutes of my life that I will not forget, unfortunately, so quickly. And I will also never get it back. And I think we all should give at least 5 minutes to think about in general. When you think about all the shit that has happened in the last weeks, all of the drama over the Little Mermaid, and I trapped into the trap with both of my feet. I was realizing this yesterday evening after YouTube rejects. They fooled me too, because Disney has played at all. They played us so hard with this movie. Advertising for free. And they played, unfortunately, the most Halle Berry, because she is coming across in interviews not very good. And this is a very charming way of me to say this. And you can see, and you can, when you're listening to Halle in interviews and press conferences and on premiere parties, nobody has talked to her. Nobody has prepped her. This girl, not because she's stupid, but to handle this form of backlash, you need a team of 5 writers around you, especially for you, who are dealing with all the questions that the audience has, that reporters have, so that you can be confident, not only beautiful, also confident, because being beautiful and confident is power. Unfortunately, she's more coming across like a little bitch, and it's not very flattering. And she is the one, maybe because this is her agenda. I don't know where it's coming from. Maybe Disney is paying her for that. She is the one who is always coming forward with the race topic, the race swapping, and why it is so important and so brilliant. Not realizing that she is shooting herself, basically, with this comment. Because it is unnecessary. Why does a person of color has to point out that she is playing a white character? We are not blind. And I swear to you, all the drama would be far more less and far more relaxing for all of us if Disney has not fooled all of us with this race swap. I don't like the term that much. Again, I'm very much here for pitching Disney that I can get my real life version of Tarzan with a black actor as Tarzan getting raised by apes. I'm still more promoting that, because this is then the next level topic. And no, it does not make me a racist that I say it this way, because this is what Disney is selling us. All of us. Doesn't matter. Disney does not care which race. You, me, out there, the next neighbor who's black. Disney does not care. They are getting the most spoken. They're seeing, oh, people are talking about it. People are triggered over it for the most diverse amount of reasons. And now we are here. Fucked. Lost 2 hours and 15 minutes of my life for an amazingly cheap looking, bad casted, boring version of the animated movie, which was, again, leave Hans Christian Andersen out of it, is not great as a representation of the original story, but it is in itself almost a little genius, because this movie with the music, again, with the bright colors, came to a perfect timing to show, okay, Disney, we have you. We still got it. We can give you music and dancing and color and a fairy tale. But then on the other end, I have to ask myself, Disney, you have thousands of people working for you. Why can you not come up with your own story? Why do you feel the need, when you want to represent diversity and inclusivity, why are you not making then your own stories? Why do you have to take a story in which it is written? I looked it up yesterday again, and yes, I was right. That where Hans Christian Andersen has written, in the moment when Ariel got her human legs, she was looking down on her body, looking at two white, beautiful legs, which does not mean that black's legs are not beautiful. You get the point. It is part of Denmark northern history. There's a reason that in the ocean next to Denmark, there is a monument of the little mermaid sitting on the stone, exactly like she is described in the fairy tale. There's a reason for that. It is our culture. It is these are our stories. I'm very much sure that every cultural, it doesn't matter from which cultural background you are coming from, you have your own stories. Pitch them to Disney. Tell Disney, look, read it. Just give them a story. Just give them a book. Read it. You need an idea. You want to make a movie based on a real fairy tale, but you want to show diversity and inclusivity. Take this. But I think this is something that will not happen. Yeah, because there's not the drama there anymore. And I still have in my head all the mermaid people of every color, body type, sexuality, sitting or swimming in the water, staring at Ariel, and think, yeah, this is a cute idea. But this is not our society, and it will never be our society. And this is why it is a fairy tale. Because yes, in fairy tale, this stuff can happen. And it did, like it did yesterday for me in the movie. But in the real world, I mean, tell me that I'm wrong and show me that I'm wrong. I'm open to it. And then we have a conversation. Yeah. Oh, great timing. I'm almost at 1 hour. I would say thank you very much for coming along. I will thank you, Holly, again for the super sticker. Thank you. I will not talk about the mermaid anymore in the next month. We can all go on YouTube. We can all go to the drama pages, and then we find out if was it financial worth it for Disney, or are they not even capable of breaking even after already China has copped out of the market for the Little Mermaid? We will find out, and maybe Disney. Oh, Holly. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe we will then see it is worth it. We will find out. We will find out. I am open. I'm open for everything, but not for wasting 2 hours and 15 minutes of my time. My time is far too valuable. Guys, thank you very much for coming along for this little journey with me. And I see you the next time, probably this week, without mermaids. I'm done with the mermaids at the moment. It is really not a good topic. Let's go over to Rumble and go over to Next. Okay? Thank you very much. Bye-bye.